people, how are you? My name is Tsitsi and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video, and like I said in my bio, that I am going to be talking about life experience, my life experience, what I went through, and obviously talking about going forward, what I do in my life. Obviously introducing my family. I'm a mother of 2. I'm a single mom actually. Okay, without wasting much of your time, let's get into the video. So in today's video, I would like to talk about my experience on my marriage, how I was so desperate to get married that I got myself into a situation that was not good at all. So this is how it went. Growing up, I've always wanted to get married at a younger age and have a family and like have a home of my own with my kids. Not a lot of kids. I think my maximum was about 2 kids I wanted to have. I'm in my 20s and there is no proposal, guys. No one was proposing. No one was asking for the hand in marriage. And I'm now this kind of woman that really want to be married when I'm in my 20s so that I grow up with the kids. I mean, I've always wanted that. So now I'm like mid-20s, going to late 20s, and it just so happened that my working environment was a lot of women. I worked with more than 10 women where I was working. And guys, people were getting married. I was getting invited to people's weddings all the time, and they were giving birth, and I was going to baby showers, and I am close to 26, 27, 28 days. I became so depressed and so desperate, and it was like everyone from home, from work, everyone is asking me, when are you getting married? Don't you want to have kids? So now I got to a point where I was desperate. Oh, brother was not coming to marry. I can't say I was never in a relationship, because there was a time when I was in my early 20s when I had a relationship that lasted for like 5 years. And that relationship, those relationships whereby the family actually knows the guy. Isn't like there was no hiding. I would actually, if I'm visiting my parents, he would actually drive me home. And if people can't get out of me on my phone, they would phone him, like my family I'm talking about. But that relationship disappeared, guys. I don't even know how it ended, but it ended. And after that, it became so difficult for me to get a brother who wanted to commit. And I was very, very desperate. And believe me, it's not a good thing. It's really not a good thing. And always believe that everybody's got everybody. You will always get somebody to marry you. And I think it's the timing. So then back to my story. What then happened was, that was in 2019, I joined Facebook. That's when I joined Facebook. So I joined Facebook, and I mean, I don't have a lot to do if it's not work. I'm at home and I used to stay alone. So it's like most of my time I'm on Facebook, and you know. But one thing that I've always done was I would only add or accept a friend request from a person that I know. Even now, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't think my friends on Facebook even reach 400. Because I like vet the person, and then I know you, then yeah. That's just me. There's nothing wrong with having 3,000, 20,000 followers and everything. But I don't know, for some reason, I've always been like that. And I'm not so much on Facebook anyway. So, towards the end of 2019, I got a friend request from this brother. And the name was so familiar. So I checked him out. And okay, this brother is from home, but at that particular time he was not in the country, he was overseas. So I'm like, yeah, I think I know this brother and everything. So I accepted the friend request from the brother, and immediately after that the brother was in my inbox, guys. He was in my inbox, and he was such a charmer. Oh God. So we started talking and talking and talking. One thing led to the other. And you know what? The funny thing about this guy was, he just came out straight, like, girl, I want to marry you. And I'm like, ooh, God, thank you. I did not think about anything. Remember, this is a woman who's desperate. I am very desperate. I did not think of anything. In my head, I'm like, oh, you know what? God has said my prayers. There's a marriage proposal. I don't know this person well. I'm meeting this person on Facebook. There is nothing wrong with meeting a person on Facebook. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, I should have checked him out. I should have, like, you know, waited to meet the person, to meet him in person, and then, you know, discuss about those things. But believe me, guys, I was like on top of the moon. I'm like, oh, tell me, is that a proposal? And no, brother was like, yes, it's a proposal. I'm like, okay, where's the ring? He's like, no, when I come, I'll bring the ring. I really want to marry you. We kept on talking, and yeah, the stories that we was talking about was like, no, I want to marry you, and I'm not joking. But then this guy was like 3 years younger than me, and then I realized that this guy was also a friend to my brothers, almost all of them, from my big brother to all of them. Because I mean, from home, you know, we come from a very small community where everyone knows everyone. So by December of 2019, no, we were like there on marriage. We were there on marriage by December. And I think I started talking to this guy in October or September. I think it was September, October, November, December. Like, it was just 3 months, I think. If not September, it was October. And he's like, no, I'm very serious. You have to tell your family that, you know what, you've got someone who wants to marry you, and I want to do the right thing. And I know you from there, you know, when I used to visit you, when you used to stay with your sister, and I always used to look at you and what. And because, you know what, I'm desperate. Nothing hit me to say, okay, why don't you introduce me to your family before we do this thing? Why don't people do visuals? I mean, we know this is the 20th century. Why don't you, like, you've got a sister who lives around here. Why don't you introduce me to your sister? And I mean, let's talk about it with the family. I did not ask all those things. I just went ahead and did all the planning. And I remember at one point, the priest, okay, I'm a Muslim, so obviously we had to do what is called nikah. It is also a form of a church wedding, kind of. So the priest, what we call him a sheikh, that was conducting the ceremony, my marriage ceremony, he looked at me, he asked me, have you spoken to his family? Because I knew him like personally. So he asked me a few questions, you know, like pre to the day of the marriage, of tying the knots, whichever way you want to call it. He asked me about the witnesses. So I had my best friend was going to be my witness, and my father had sent my brother down to, was also to be my witness, to actually give me my hand, you know, in marriage, you know. So then, which meant my friend, instead of her being my witness, then my friend became his witness. He had nobody, and it did not even hit, nothing was registered in my head to say, girl, take it easy, something is fishy here, you need to vet more, you need to vet the brother more. I did not do that. Fast forward, he flew into the country, fetched my brother, came to where I was staying the day before the wedding. And at work, everyone was so excited. And, you know, I think it was this whole excitement of telling people that I'm getting married eventually that got to me, that I forgot about all the important things. And it was the desperation of wanting to be in a marriage. That's the truth of the matter. It was the desperation of wanting to be in a marriage that I forgot all the important things. I did not see all the red flags. Nothing, absolutely. As in, like, zero of that. Okay. The ceremony went very well. Even the girls at work, they did a mini thing for me, and it was so nice, and I enjoyed myself, and I was getting excited and everything. And the brother did not bring the ring. Just so you know, the ring did not come. Okay, I overlooked that. Oh, next time when you go back, because you were still going back, don't forget. He said, oh, no, I didn't know your size, but he could have just asked me to size my finger. But anyway, that was fine. Obviously, I took time off work, and we were, like having a nice time, more like a honeymoon thing, but I didn't go anywhere. And the brother now said, I think after 2 days, he said he must go home. Then I said to him, no, after the whole thing, I'm officially married to you. And your parents, your mom, your dad, they don't know. Yes, can we phone them? Because my family, they're so excited. We phoned them after the wedding, it's official and everything. And we send them pictures and everyone was so excited. Now your family. Why don't, oh, no, guys, I forgot. Prior to that, before he came, I asked one of my brothers, I said, you know what, do you know so and so? And that was when everything was finalized. When now I'm just asking, like, Jay, I just wanted to, So my brother was like, yeah, I know. The last time I saw him was when we were going to his in-laws with his kids. I said, what? He said, yeah, we were taking his kids to his in-laws. And yeah, he's got a wife. I'm like, no, dude, you're lying. Are you sure we're talking about the same person? Like, yeah, we're talking about the same person. If this is the person, then yes. I did confront him over the phone, like, dude, what is this I'm hearing? Like, wife, kids, in-law? One of my brothers just told me that the last time he saw you, he was accompanying you to in-laws. So he was like, no, yeah, there was someone, and remember, yeah, I think you don't know about my kids. I said, but having kids and being married are two different things. He's like, no, man, that was a long time ago. And then, that's finished. Long time, not even worry about it. I'm like, okay, fine. Because I was in love. Not in love. I thought I was in love. And number one, I was desperate. And I thought that I was in love. But in the meantime, I wasn't. I was desperate. I just clouded everything, like, no, I don't want to hear anything negative about this guy, because all I want is to know that this guy is good, that I can get married to him. So that was a red flag that I did not even look into, because if I had looked into that, I would have known that he was married. And even when he said he was going home to, because now when we're talking now, discussing about now how we have to let your family know, he said no, we can't let them over the phone. We can't tell them an important issue like this over the phone. I will have to go home and, you know what, tell them myself in person. Because I was still thinking, you know, cloud 99, oh brother looks good and everything, and I am married, remember? Now I am married, all that stigma, all that, everything is gone. So I'm good. I'm a married woman, I'm a missus now. So it's okay, whatever comes, I'll deal with it. That was my attitude at that time. So brother went home to tell the parents that he's married. Little did they knew that the brother was already married with 2 kids at that time. There was nothing wrong with him and his wife. If they were having problems, it was just problems that every marriage does have, you know. And obviously he was the problem, not the other way around. And guys, things just started to unfold after he went home. And if you would like to know how the whole thing unfolded, how I even got to be a single mother, to be divorced, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that when I upload, you'll be the first to know. We want to grow a family. So the family only can grow if you subscribe and like and share. Bye. Enjoy.